Okay, so you have to find the highest common factor of 96 and 120. So we got to rewrite it as product of prime factors. 96 we can say what, 2 times 48. 2 is a prime number. 48 we can say 6 and times 8. 6 is not a prime number, so that's 2 times 3 prime numbers. 8 we would say 4 times 2. 2 is a prime. 4 is not, so 2 times 2. 120 you can say 10 times 12. None of them are prime. 10 is what, 5 times 2, both are prime. 12 is 3 times 4. 3 is a prime. 4 is 2 times 2, both are prime. So 96 we can write it as how many 2's? 1 2 3 4 5. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that's 5 of them, and then times it by 3. Okay, 120 we can write as how many 2's do we have? So 1 2 3. 2 times 2 times 2, we got 3 and a 5 times 3 times 5. So here 2 2 2, this 3 and this 3 can go. So your highest common factor, it's 2 times 2 times 2 times it by 3, whatever that's the code. 4 8 24. So 24 is your highest common factor. The lowest common multiple, you take the highest common factor, which is 24, times it by the one that's not circled, 2 2 5. 24 times 2 is 48. 48 times 2 is 96. Then it's times by 5 is 480. So the lowest common multiple is 480. Okay, next one. You got square numbers. Okay, so what are the square numbers in here? 1 is a square, 4, 9, 16. Then factors of 24. 1 is a factor of 24. 2 you can do it. 3, yes. 4, okay. 5 you can't. 6 you can. 7 you cannot. 8 you can. 9, 10, 11, 12 you can. And then 24, but then 24 is not in the region here. Okay. And what are the common numbers? If you look at it, 1 is common. 4 is common. Yeah, that's it. 1 and 4 then. Then for A we just got 9 and 16. For B you got 2, 3, 6, 8, 12. And then we just go to count. So we go 1, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is not, 6 is there, 7 is not, 8 is there, 9 is not, 10 is not, 11 is not, 12 is there, 13 is not, 14 is not, 15 is not. Just make sure count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. So I probably wrote a number again. Yeah, 9. I wrote the number 9 again. Always make sure, count it. Right? Always make sure. So there are 16 numbers. There you go. There are 16 numbers. Okay, always make sure to count it. So A and B. So see that and sign here? And means, how many on there? That's 2. 2 out of total 16, which you can simplify 1 out of 8. A union B. This is union, union like that. That means all of this. Okay. So that means you go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 out of 16. A dash. A dash means outside A. That's A. So outside this A. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. 12 out of 16. Which you can simplify, which is 3 over 4. Okay. Okay. Tariq buys a laptop and gets a discount of 8% of the normal price. He pays $690 for the laptop. So literally, if he's 8% off, that means his price is 92%. Then is $690. So you won 100%. So how to get that 100% on that? So that 690 you can divide it by 92. That will give you 1% times it by 100. That will give you £750. Okay. For the normal price. So 7,200 is a deposit. 1 plus 5.4% is 0.054 to the power first year means 1. Then 1 plus 0.9% means 0.009 to the power total of 3 years. 1 year is gone there, so 2 more years. That should give you 2 decimal places, remember. 7,726.01. That will give you 7,726.01. Okay, 2 decimal places. So hypotenuse, this will be opposite and adjacent. What do you want? You want AB, which is this question mark here. So you have A and H, which is cos angle, cos 56 equals A over H, which is 12 over H is AB, let's call that. What we do, we will swap them around. AB is 12 over cos 56, which will give you 21.1 decimal place you want to, so 21.45, so round it up then because you look at the 5, so 21.5. Next one, work out the angle EAD. EAD is this angle. Okay, we can work out this length, which is the BD length. If you look at it like this, is 8.6 here, 40 degrees, and BD here, so that's B, that's D. Okay, and that's C. So that's hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent. You want the opposite because we want the BD. So O and H is sine 40 degrees is equals to O over H. O is a BD, over H is 8.6. You just multiply it, then BD equals 8.6 sine 40, which will make it BD is always two decimal place in the middle of a question anyways. So BD is 5.53. So this one is 5.53, but then they told you, remember, E is the midpoint DB or BD. So you go to divide it by 2, 2.76 roughly, that is 2.76. Then you want the angle EAD, which is this angle. So this is hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent, at the angle X. So we got O and A. Tan X equals O over A, 2.76 over A is 4.4. X is just tan inverse of 2.76 over 4.4. Which will give you 32.1. Okay, to 1 decimal place they wanted. Degrees. Good. Next one. Expand in triple brackets. Multiply here, 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 here. 3x squared plus 6x. Here, here, here. Minus 2x minus 4. Which will make it 3x squared plus 4x minus 4. Multiplied by x plus 1. Multiply by 3x squared, that will make it 3x cubed plus 3x squared times by 4x, so that will give you 4x squared plus 4x times by minus 4, that's minus 4x minus 4. Plus 4x minus 4x cancel, that's good. So we get 3x cubed plus 3x squared, 4x squared is 7x squared. The plus 4x minus 4x cancel, take away 4. And that's the answer. Next one, you go to input it. Make sure you substitute it using a bracket. For example, if I'm substituting minus 2 squared, take away 2, bracket minus 2, minus 1. Okay. Which will make it 7. Substitute 1, which is 2. If you substitute 0, it's minus 1. If you put 1, it's minus 2. If you put 2, minus 1, good 3, it's 2, and you could see the pattern on there, can you? And you would have guessed, if you correctly, the answer would be 7. Yes, it is. Okay. You would see like a repeated pattern in there. So minus 2 comma 7 roughly. 7 is here. Here you go. Minus 1 and 2 here. 0 and minus 1 here. 1 minus 2. 2 there. 3 and 2. 4 and 7, I think. Needs to be a smooth curve. There you go. Good. Then the equation for solutions, and the key number is this number 3. So where is 3? 3 is here. Draw a straight line. If I read that answer, minus 1.3 or x is 3.2. So you are okay to get minus 1.2, minus 1.4, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, roughly around just 0.1 above and below my answer is alright. Okay. Next one. This one is a non-calculator question. I'll do it here. It is using algebra prove that. So let x is 0.1. 3 and 6 is recurring. Can you see the dot on top of the 3 and 6, right? So 3 and 6 is recurring. 3, 6, 3, 6. Times it by 10. That's 10x equals 1.363636. Times it by, because 2 digits are repeating, so times it by 100. 10 times 100 is 1000x. Is 136.3636. Subtracted 1000, take away 10 is 990x. Is equals to 0.36 goes. 136 take away 1 is 135. X is 135 over 990. Because it's a non-calculator paper, you don't need to simplify it. Leave it like that for now. 0.2 recurring is technically 0.222. You don't need a method on this one. You would already know the answer is 2 over 9. You're multiplying, that's okay. So 135 over 990 times it by 2 over 9. Okay, so 135 you can divide by 9, and this 9 you can do. So if you can cross divide, that will make it what, 15. That will make it 1. 2 you can divide, 2 and 990 you can divide it by 2, which is 1 and 4, 4, 5. You can do 15 and 4, 4, 5 can be divided by 15. So that's 1 and 2. One and sorry, how much is this? 450 is 3 anyways. Sorry, 495. My bad. For 990 divided by 2 is 495. Divided by 15, both of them. This is 1 and 3 sits in there, and then 3. 33. 1 times 1 is 1. 33 times 1 is 33. Okay, and it easily simplify into that. Okay. There you go, it's a short question. Next one. 2 to the power 4. N to the power 3 times 4 is 2 to the power 4 cos equity. N to the power 3 times 4 is 12. W to the power 28. But 2 to the power 4 is 2, 4, 8, 16. N to the 12. W to the 28. Okay. The next one. If you look at it, we got mass, volume, density of what? So we got ethanol, we got propylene. Ethanol is mixed with propylene to make antifreeze. So one more, which is antifreeze. Okay, so the density of ethanol is 1.09. Density of propylene is 0.97. 60 liters. Remember, liters is volume, yeah? So that's volume. So 60 of volume for ethanol. Propylene is 128 liters. That's volume as well. Equals the total, right? 60 at 128, 188. They already told you that as well. Okay. So they want density of antifreeze. They want this one. So if you look at it, we can work out the mass of the ethanol. Mass is what? Density times volume. You just multiply it. 60 times 1.09, 65.4. The other one is 128 times 0.97, 124.16. And remember, you're okay to add the masses, which will make it 189.56. And then you want the density down it. So what is the formula of density? Is mass divided by volume. Which will make it 1.008. But you want it to 2 decimal place. So you look at the 8 and round it up. So 1.01, and that's your answer. Because they want density of antifreeze. Okay. Just circle the answer so they know that's the answer. Okay. Good. Next one, you got a quadratic sequence here. You want the nth term on that quadratic sequence. Okay. Here to here is 3. Here to here is 5. That's 7. There to there is 2. That's 2. So the numbers you're looking for is that. Okay. So the formula would be 2a is 2. 3a plus b is this 3. And then a plus b plus c is that number. That 3. 2a is 2, so a is 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 bracket 1 plus b equals 3. 3 times 3 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Take away 3. Take away 3. That cancels. B is 0. A is 1 plus b is 0 plus c equals to 3. 1 and 0 is 1. Take away 1. Take away 1. Cancel. C is 3. Take away 1, which makes it 2. So your nth term would be a is 1, so n squared, so 1n squared plus 0n. You don't need to put plus 2. So n squared plus 2 then. Find the 50th term. So 50th term is n is 50, remember, yeah? 50 squared, 1 you don't need to put anyways, don't worry about it, plus 2. 50 squared is 2500 plus 2, 2502. And that's the answer. Good. Next one. 420 cakes. 2/7 of the cakes are vanilla. So 2/7 times 420. So I will do 420 divided by 7 is 420 divided by 7, that will give you 60. Times it by 2, that makes it 120. You want 35% of 420. Okay, do it as a non-calculator, so that means you can do it mentally. A little bit of the questions. So 35%, so you know that 10% is 42, 5% is 21, so you want 35%, means 42 you want to get 3 times, so times it by 3, 6, 12, and then just another 5% on it, so 126 add 21, which is 741, so 147. Then the rest is that. Okay, so what it is 120 at 47, 147, sorry, 762, and take it away from 420, take away 267. Cannot do that. 1 remain 1 3, can't do that. 3 1 11 6 5 1 153. Okay. Now the ratio numbers, right? The lemon and chocolate case, L is to C, 4 is to 5. So the 153 that's remaining divided by 9. 153 divided by 9. How many? 1 in there, 6. 63 divided by 9. Oh, that's 7. 17 times by 17 then. 4 times 17 is 34, 68. So 5 times 17 is 85. So he won lemon cakes. How many lemon cakes are there? 68 lemon cakes then. Okay. Next one. In a village, number of houses to bungalows. Okay, so houses to flats. Houses to flats is 7:4. Houses to flats. Then next one is flats to bungalows. Flat is to bungalows. 8:5. Then remember, what are we looking at? Common letter, flats, F. So do not multiply. Yeah, it's easy to kind of say, oh, times here by 4, times here by 4, and then times by 8. It will work, but it gets too big. But remember, this is 8, so you can make this 8. How to make that 8? Times by 2, isn't it? Because this is 8, we can make the same number for the F. Times by 2, that makes it 14 and 8. So houses, flats is to bungalows. Houses is 14, flat is 8, bungalows is 5. There are 50 bungalows, 50 here. So if I to go to 50 times by 10, so 140 and then 80. And what do they want? Number of houses there. 140 houses. Okay. Next one. We can multiply this. 4p minus 6. Multiply here. So that's 5t minus 2pt equals 4p minus 6. You want to make the p the subject. So minus 2pt can stay here. Bring the 4p back. So minus 4p equals minus 6 can stay. 5t go to the other side, minus 5t. Take the p common. Minus 2t minus 4 equals minus 6 minus 5t divided by that. Minus 2t minus 4. Some people, that's the answer when I'm doing it like this. Some people might have got p equals 6 plus 5t over 2t plus 4. If you got that, that is also correct. That is correct. That is also correct. Okay. Next one, make s the subject. So take it, it's adding here. So take it away. V squared minus u squared equals 2as. You want the s the subject. You're multiplying by 2a divided by 2a. And that's it. Right. The sector with the radius of 7. Okay, the area is that. The area of that sector first. Angle, which is what you don't know. X over 360 times pi times radius squared. 7 squared is equal to area 38. X is equal to 38 times it by 360. Everything divided by pi times 7 squared. Which will make angle 88.87 2dp at least. Cool. And then that's the angle. So you want the arc length, let's say. The arc length is angle 88.87 over 360 times 2 pi times r is 7. So the arc length is 10.8, so 10.86 really. So this is the arc length here, 10.86. That's the arc length. They want the what? Perimeter. So the perimeter you add it up, 7 at 10.86. And you want the answer to 3 significant figures, 24.9. 3 significant figures. Okay, 24.9 centimeter. That's the answer. Okay, next one. So y is directly proportional. Directly means k times. Y is equals k times cube root of, can you make sure? Cube root of x. And the second line is y is this. I would like to write it as an improper fraction. That's 7 over 6. It looks nicer. Equal k times cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 is 2. So you're multiplying, so divide it. 7 over 6 divided by 2 is 7 over 12. So you rewrite the equation. Y equals to 7 over 12 cube root of x. When x is 64, y equals to 7 over 12 cube root of 64. You can plug it down in a calculator, or if you're doing mentally, that will make it cube root of 64 is 4. 7 times 4 is top numbers you can multiply only. 7 times 4 is 28 over 12, which you can simplify 14 over 6, which you can simplify 7 over 3. Okay, you can use a calculator if you want, it's fine. Next one. Inversely proportional means k over. Inversely means k over. So t is equal to k over cube of u, not just u, cube of u. Okay, so that means u cubed. That means it's u cubed. Okay, so t is 0.0096 equals k over 5 cubed. 5 cubed is 125. Just multiply it. K is 1.2. You rewrite this formula. T equals to 1.2 over u cubed. T is 0.15 because 1.2 over u cubed. You want to find this, so switch it around. U cubed is 1.2 over 0.15. Cube goes to the other side, cube root, and I get my answer. Cube root of 1.2 over, which will make it 2, and that's the answer. Okay. Next one. Thirds. Cool. If you look at this one, 1 over square root of 3 to the power 7. So you will write it 7 times. Yeah, multiply it. 1 over 3 times 1 over root 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 3. How many do we have? That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. Good. When you multiply the top numbers, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1 over. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is basically 3. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which basically is 3. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which basically is 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27 times root 3. So 27 root 3. But can we leave the answer like this? No, because it needs to be always rationalized. So times it by, what is the square root here? Literally, square root of 3 is square root of 3. Multiply root 3 over 27. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. That will give you root 3 over, so 27 times 3 is 81, and that's the answer. Okay, the next one is rationalizing surds. Always remember, always simplify the surds. 6 you can't simplify. Root 8, yes you can. Root 8 is, what is the square number? Root 4 times root 2. Root 4 is 2, so 2 root 2. So 6 minus 2 root 2 over root 2 minus 1. You can't, nothing can simplify there. Times by the middle sign changes. Root 2 plus 1. Root 2 plus 1. Always remember the middle sign changes. Here. 6 root 2 plus 6 minus 2 root 4. Root 2, yeah, take away. 2 times 1 is 2 root 2 over here. Root 4 plus root 2 minus root 2 minus 1, and always remember this bottom one, the middle one cancels. Root 4 is 2, root 4 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So what do we have? 6 root 2 minus 2 root 2 on the top, which makes it 4 root 2. Plus 6 minus 4 is plus 2 over 2 minus 1 is 1, but you don't need to divide it by 1, is fine. That's the answer. So 4 root 2 plus 2. Next one. Quadratic inequalities. So 3n plus 2 is less than or equal to 14. Take away the 2, take 2 out. 3n is less than or equal to 12. N is less than or equal to 4. There you go. This one you multiply it. 6n is greater than, times by that, n squared plus 5. Bring it here, minus n squared plus 6n minus 5. Greater than 0, but you can't deal with the negative. Multiply by minus 1, n squared minus 6n plus 5. But when you multiply by negative, the inequality switches that way. Factors of 5, that makes minus 6, minus 1 and minus 5, n minus 1, n minus 5, n n is 1 or n is 5. 5 is higher, 1 is lower. Circle, circle. Look at the way that points in. And also I need to remember, okay, because I just can't rely on this number. I have to do the other one as well, because it's two, it's and, isn't it? Both of them together. It's less than or equal to 4, so 4 here. Circle equal to, so shade it less than. So wherever the overlap is here, n is greater than 1, less than and equal to 4, and that's the answer. Next one. Here is the rectangle. All the measurements. The area of the rectangle is greater than the area of the triangle. Okay. The area of the rectangle, what is it? It's 3x minus 2 times by x minus 1. That will give you 3x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 2, which is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. The area of the triangle, base times height, 2x times x divided by 2. That will give you 2x squared divided by 2 is just x squared. What do they say? Area of the rectangle, which is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 is greater than, there you go, the area of the triangle. Triangle is x squared. Okay. Bring it here. 3x squared take away x squared is 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 is greater than 0. 2 times 2 is 4, factors of 4, that makes 5. 4 times 1 minus 2x minus 4, 2x minus 1 divided by 2 to divide here, x minus 2, 2x minus 1, x is 2 or x is a half. 2 is a bigger number, half is a smaller number. Circle, circle. Look at the way it points that way. So either x is less than a half or x is greater than 2. Okay. Now there is a problem. If x is less than a half, okay, it wouldn't work. The reason why it wouldn't work is, then if x is less than a half, maybe 0.1, then I can't do 0.1 take away 1. It will give you minus 0.9 as the length, which I cannot do. So you have to cross that off. The only list of possible values of x is that. Okay. Just this is somewhere they can catch you up on, because this won't work. Okay, good. Next one. Cumulative frequency is given. That's good. Use this lower number there. 30 and 10. 30 and then 10. There you go. 40 and 26, 40 and 26. Then it's 58, 66, 58. 58, wait. 66, 70. Yeah, number seems alright. There you go, that's a graph. Do not be like this. Do not be that person. Do not join them. Okay, that's it. Whatever they gave you, that's what you do. Never join it here. That's it. Use your graph to find the median. Right. Median is a half n. N is a total number of data is 70. You could tell it's 70 here anyways. Half of 70. 35th. Which is, if you read 35th value, I'm getting 44. You may get 43, 44, 45 roughly. It's okay. You want interquartile range, so your upper quartile is 3/4 of 70. That's not a very thought out number, isn't it? 3/4 of, no. If you see, you're going to get a decimal 52.5. That is okay. Read it like that. 52.5, somewhere in the middle here. I'm just reading it like that. That's fine. It's okay. I think mine is read nearly a 52, so it's a bit higher than that one. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 48.5 roughly. And lower quartile is a quarter of 70, which is 17.5. 17.5 is there. That's about 35-ish. Then what do we do? Interquartile range is upper quartile take away lower quartile. If you subtract it, it's 13.5 I'm getting. You're okay to get anything between, let's say, 12, 13, 14, 15. Anything within that range, even the 0.5s are okay, right? Okay, the last part. More than 60% of the people are aged between 35 and 55 years old. Is it? Let's check. 35 years old. Okay, I know how much is 35. This is 35 years old. How many? 17.5. 55 years old. Which is 62 people. How many are between that? Between 62 and 17.5. So this 17.5, let's call it 18, just to round it, it's fine, it's better that way. So 62 take away 18, which is 44 people out of 70 people, times by 100, that will give you the percentage. $62.8. Oh, 62.9. I said more than 60% of the people are between 35 and 55 years old. Yeah, seem to work. Yes. And that's your numbers that we will done on the graph. Okay. Next one. Histogram. Always you must work out cumulative frequency. Sorry, my bad. Class width. And then frequency density. Class width is 25, take away that. 0, 25, 20, 15, 15, 10, 10 I think. Frequency density divided frequency divided by frequency frequency divided by class width. Yeah, 20 divided by 25 is 0.8. 35 divided by 20 is what? What's that? 1.75. 45 divided by 15 is 3. 87 divided by 15, which is 5.8. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 8 divided by 10 is 0.8. So you maximum go up to 5.8. So shall we say it's 6. So frequency density is labeled. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first one you go 0 to 25 is 0.8. 0 to 25. 25 is in the middle. It's 0.8. There you go. Then 25 to 45 is 1.75. 25 to 45, 1.75. So in the middle. Okay, you have to draw accurately anyways. 45 to 60 is 3. Next one, 60 to 85 is 1. 60 to 85 is 1. That's 85, yeah? Oh gosh. That's 85. 85 to 95 is 0.8. 95 is here. There you go. That's it. Always make sure class width, frequency density. Frequency density is frequency divided by class width. Always memorize it. You must know how to do this. Next one. The percentage of people, okay, more than 70 minutes. Remember, you have to do the area. 70 minutes is here. The area above that, okay. More than means right hand side of that. 70 to 85 here, this box, that's 15. Times by how high does it go? 1. So that's 15. And this second box, you don't need to do the one because you already know the answer. Once you do the area will be 8 anyways. So it's 15 at 8, that is 23 people. 23 out of, what is the total number of people? I've got to do it. 20 at 35 at 45 at 87, 10 at 8. It's 205 people. Nice. 205 times it by 100 because you want a percentage, isn't it? 23 divided by, and it's about 11.2%, and this needs to be the exact answer. Okay, next one. Okay, Ollie drives from Liverpool to Manchester, L to M. She drove 56 kilometers. All right, 56 kilometers. Let me put a, actually, you know what, I'll write here because there's not enough space for me. Liverpool to Manchester, 56 kilometers. And then she drove from, he drove from Manchester to Sheffield. How far is that? That is 61 kilometers. Got it. Sorry, 61 kilometers. Got it. That's been done. On an average speed from Liverpool to Manchester, the speed was 70 kilometers an hour, 70 km/h. Only took 75 minutes to drive from Manchester to Sheffield. That took 75 minutes. Work out the average speed. Okay. We can work out the time here. What's the formula for time? Speed is distance divided time. Speed is 70, equal distance is 56 divided by time. Switch them around. Time is 56 over 70. The time is, now remember, the time will be in hours. So 0.8 hours. Okay, that's time. In here, I can work out. Okay, I don't need to work out the speed because there's no point, because I need to add the time and distance. But they said it's 75 minutes. You can't do it in minutes. You want hours. So 75 divided by 60, which is 1.25 hours. 75 divided by 60 is 1.25 hours. So the distance they traveled is what? 56 at 61. The distance is 170. The time they took is 1.25 hours plus 0.8, which will make it 2.05 hours. So speed, they want the average speed. Speed is distance over time. Distance is 117 over time is 2.05. Which will give you 57.07. So 57.1 kilometers per hour. Okay, so always make sure you do the distance. All right, cool. And then they gave you the speed from Liverpool to Manchester is 70. So get the formula, work out the time taken. Got it. Then 61 kilometer from Manchester to Sheffield. There you go. And 75 minutes it took them from Manchester to Sheffield, but you converted it into hours. But then you add the time, hours and hours here, so 2.05. The distance is 56 at 61, which is 117 divided by 2.05, which will make it 57.1. Yeah, distance over time, speed is good. Next one. The graph shows in meters per second for the first 20 seconds of a car journey. 4 strips needs to be used first 20 seconds. Okay, so you cut it here. No, that's not. This different color is better. 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th one. So if you look at it, what are the number here? This is 22. That's 28. That's a 32. That's a 35. So the first one is a triangle, so you could tell the first one is a triangle, and the height here to here is 5. Okay, the height is always going to be 5 now. H is 5. The first one is a triangle, so it's 22 times by 5 divided by 2. The base times 5 divided by 2, right? Which will give you 11 times 5, which is about 55, I think. The next one is a trapezium. You add the parallel side, so which is 22, add 28 times by the height is always going to be 5 because of that question, divided by 2. One, 2, 5. And the next one is 28 at 32 times by the height divided by 2. So there, which makes it 150. The last one is 32 at 35 times by the height is 5 divided by 2. At 35, it's 167.5, and then you need a total. (497.5 meters), and that's the total distance traveled. Next one, what does area represent? Area is distance traveled. What does gradient represent? Gradient is acceleration. They want the acceleration, which is a gradient at 5 seconds. Okay, so you go to 5 seconds. You want the acceleration, cool. So you want the gradient, which basically is a tangent. You put across, then back, across before, across after. Okay. Always draw like the longest line that you could do. Make sure it goes through both points nicely. I'm gonna go, okay, here I'll go up to 10 maybe. That's a nice number. I'll do it from here to here. I can see that is 10. Here to here, that is 10, right? And that number is 12. This number is 32. So 32 to take away 12, which is 20. So we go 20 divided by 10, which is 2 meters per second squared. So roughly, so I would say any answer between 1.8 and 2.2 is okay. Okay, I got 2. If you got 2, that's perfect. Yeah, that's the paper. Just make sure all the questions practice, because this is very similar to the last sheet, and the next sheet will also be very similar questions, so you must know how to do it.